Good morning, year one, and happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, the 10th of February, 2021, and we're going to get started with our punctuation starter, just like we do every Wednesday. So you have your three different punctuation at the top. You've got a full stop, a question mark, and an exclamation mark. And just like usual, we have three sentences below, and they are missing their punctuation. And where that punctuation belongs, there's a little line there for you to put it on. So I want you to listen to each sentence and really think, what do we know about full stops, telling sentences, question marks, asking sentences, and exclamation marks, exclaiming or excited sentences. So listen to the sentence and have a think about where you need to put your punctuation, and you can use them more than once if it fits. So sentence one. Oh no, there's a tiger behind you. Sentence two. Did you know that tigers weigh 4 pounds when they are born? And sentence three. Tigers are carnivores, which means they eat meat. So have a go, pause the video, have a go at writing these sentences and filling in their missing punctuation. And when you come back, we will take them up. So welcome back. You can get a pencil or a pen that's a different color. And let's see if you spotted your punctuation today. So sentence one. Oh no, there's a tiger behind you. That's right. It's an exclamation. I would hope that we would say that sentence very loudly if we came across it in real life. So I've doubled my exclamation points because both of those are exclamations. Oh no, there's a tiger behind you. They will both be shouted. Did you know that tigers weigh 4 pounds when they are born? Well, as we've talked about before, did you know is a good starter to a question. So if you chose the question mark, well done. And finally, tigers are carnivores, which means they eat meat, which is a fantastic telling sentence because you are telling me a fact about tigers. So it's going to have a full stop. So give yourself a tick if you got them all right and make any changes that you need to with your different color pencil or pen. All right, so having a look at some of our work from yesterday or Monday, I've chosen lots of really good examples for, actually, Shania, your work's on the next page. I've chosen so many good examples. I just kept taking pictures of them as you were sending them in. So I can see lots of really great drawings and lots of really great labeling and lots of labeling from the text as well. So special words like carnivores, words like forest, hot places, cold places, especially the description. So especially in this one, I love that you've used the adjectives from the text. So powerful, strong, biggest cats, long tails, the coat to camouflage. So camouflage is a fantastic word to use because it tells us why a tiger needs that stripy coat. So some really great examples of work on this page as well. Again, lots of different levels of work. Some of us are kind of just at the beginning of learning to do our writing by ourselves, and some of us are adding more detail, but we've all included really, really great pictures and labeling and just fantastic information. So really, really pleased with a lot of the work that I saw submitted. So keep submitting it. This is fantastic. Really great pieces of work. Okay, today we're going to be using some special vocabulary, some special words, because we're doing fact files. So fact files are information or nonfiction writing, and they're teaching us something. And this fact file that we're creating is all about which animal? That's right, tigers. So we're going to be using words that are special to animals to give us information about tigers. So the first word on here, you've already seen the other day. Say it with me if you can. Carnivore. What's a carnivore again? Pause the video. What do you think that word means, a carnivore? Carnivores are animals that eat meat. And usually carnivores are very good hunters because they have to catch and kill their prey. So tigers are carnivores. Okay, the next word is diet. I like tie. Diet. Pause the video. Say what you think that word means, diet. So a diet is what an animal eats. So if I want to know about a dog's diet, I would say, what does a dog eat? What does Steve eat? If I wanted to know about a fish diet, I would say, what do fish eat? And if I wanted to know about a tiger's diet, I'm trying to find out what a tiger eats. Okay, our next word is, you can sound this one out with me, habitat. Habitat. Say that with me. Habitat. Now pause the video. What do you think habitat means? Just make a guess. Right, so a habitat is where an animal lives. So if I wanted to know where a fox lives, I would say, what is a fox's habitat? And we know from our Gruffalo writing that foxes live in underground houses. If I wanted to know where a lizard lives, I would say, what's a lizard's habitat? And today, since I'm looking for where a tiger lives, I want to know a tiger's habitat. Finally, our last word is appearance. So what does the word appearance mean? If I'm looking for something's appearance, pause the video, have a think, have a chat. Right, so an appearance is what an animal looks like. And there's that special word appear. To appear is something that you can see. So I'm going to draw some eyes there just as a clue. So the appearance is a better word, a more descriptive word for what an animal looks like. And we're going to be coming back to those words as we come back to writing our boxing up. So today we're going to be boxing up our fact file, which means we're going to be organizing the different parts that we need to make a fact file. We did some boxing up when we wrote our instructions. We boxed up the different parts of our instructions. So we use boxing up a lot when we do nonfiction writing, but we also do boxing up when we do our storyboards, when we do fiction. So today we're going to be learning to boxing up our fact file, and not to worry, we're going to get started with it together. But before we get started, I've got the text that we were using the other day to find out some information about tigers. So I know you did some amazing research on your own, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the text to you again, just to refresh your memory about tigers. And I will also upload a PDF of this so you can print it out if you have a printer at home, or you can have it on your iPad or your tablet or your television to give you some more information as well. So perfectly big cats. Tigers are big and beautiful animals. They're strong and powerful too. Tigers are the biggest cats in the world. Built for hunting. Tigers are fierce hunters. Their bodies are built for catching prey. Coat. A tiger's stripes camouflage it in tall grass and dry leaves. Its prey may not see the tiger until it's too late. Teeth. 4 large teeth help tigers to kill prey quickly. And if it's a carnivore, it's going to need to have some very sharp teeth, isn't it? Eyes. A tiger's terrific eyesight helps it hunt at night. Oh, so these are all really important. Its coat, its teeth, and its eyes are all really important features because it helps it to do its hunting. Paws. Big paws with soft pads help a tiger walk quietly. Sharp claws hook into prey and don't let go. So again, really important for hunting. Tail. A long tail helps a tiger to keep its balance when it's moving quickly. So it means it won't fall over even though it's dashing around. And back legs. Big muscles help a tiger dash or leap at its prey. So really important parts of its body for hunting. And as much as you can include in your fact file, as much of this information, I'm going to put a little star up here because this is your extra amazing information. A really great piece of writing is going to include some of these reasons. And that's some of the feedback that I gave a lot of you on your information from yesterday or from Monday. I said, can you include why? Can you tell me why a tiger needs a camouflage coat? Why does a tiger have a long tail? Why does a tiger have sharp teeth? So we want to really be including that when we're writing our fact files. So that's your next step. So here it is. If that was your next step to add more detail, this is the page that's going to give you the information for your next step. So don't forget about this page. It's super important. A tiger's home. Oh, we know a better word for a tiger's home now. Let's add it. A tiger's habitat. Tigers live in the forest. They spend a lot of time in water too. They live in hot places like Indonesia, and they live in cold places like Russia. Tigers that live in cold places are bigger than other tigers. They also have thicker fur to keep them warm. So lots of good information on that page. And finally, meat eater. We know meat eaters are carnivores. We also know that this is telling us about a tiger's diet because it's telling us about what a tiger eats. Tigers are carnivores, animals that eat meat. Their favorite foods are large hooved animals such as buffalo, deer, and wild pigs. So remember, they like large animals. A hungry tiger can chow down 80 pounds of meat in one meal. That's about 320 hamburgers. My goodness, it's a lot of meat. Right, so now we're going to move on to the next part of our lesson, which is where we start our boxing up. So have a look. Now, I've been really lucky because you have some incredible illustrations that you did the other day. So you know that my writing is not so great on Smart Notebook from my computer. Well, I can assure you that my drawing is even less discernible. So I'm very, very grateful that you have these beautiful pictures that we've been able to use to put for our boxing up. But you can draw your own pictures today. So at the top, we have the heading. So these are the different parts of our writing that we need to include. We're going to have some pictures to help us get our ideas sorted. And then we're going to write our list of facts. So your list of facts, remember, if your next step from Monday was to add more detail, you need to have quite a bit of writing in that list of facts area. If you're a beginner writer and you're still kind of labeling, your list of facts can be labels. So the title. When we think about the title of our story, we've told what the ladybird heard, we've told the gruffalo. If we were writing instructions, we would say how to make reindeer food or how to make gingerbread biscuits. So today our title is going to be a fact file about tigers. So let's think. So I could just call it Tigers. Well, that's a pretty good name. It tells me what it's going to be about. But actually, it's not very interesting, is it? So maybe I could say all about tigers. Well, that's a bit better. All about tigers. Okay. Maybe I could add an adjective and make it even better. All about amazing tigers. All about amazing tigers. Oh, that looks much more exciting to read, doesn't it? All about amazing tigers. And you'll notice that I've used a capital letter on each of my words because this is the name of my fact file. And we know that names and titles need to have capital letters. And just to make it extra exciting, I've included an exclamation mark. So pause the video and have a go at writing your title. You can use my title, or maybe you can think of a different adjective. Oh my goodness, maybe you can add 2 adjectives to your title. That would be incredible. So pause the video and have a go at writing down your title. All right, now just a reminder, all of the template for this is found on Teams, and I'll show you where to go to find it after this. And you can print it out if you have it, or you can have it written down. You don't have to draw the table, just as long as you're following the steps with me. So you could write this down on a piece of paper, your title, and you could leave a few lines or a bit of space, and then we'll go down to heading 1. So heading 1, we have heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3 today. Now these are the 3 different parts to our fact file, and actually I bet you can guess exactly what those headings are going to be Do you remember the 3 questions that we asked on Monday? What do tigers look like? That's right. Where do tigers live? And finally, what was the last question? What do tigers eat? Fantastic. So you've spotted the 3 headings already. But since we know some better words now, we've learned a few new words today. So instead of saying what do tigers look like, we're going to call it its appearance. That's right. So we're going to say heading 1 is appearance. And here I have a beautiful illustration of our tiger with some great labels. So I want you to write your heading and then take a minute to draw and label. Have a little look at your drawings from the other day where you were organizing your ideas. That's a really good place to look. Remember, they don't have to be perfect drawings. They don't have to be super detailed. It's just so you can get out your ideas before you write your list. So pause the video and have a go at that part. And welcome back. Now we're going to be writing our list of facts about Tiger's appearance. Remember, we said we were going to add some detail today. So if you are someone who I've asked to add detail, remember we want to be using this page. So here is the page. You can pause the screen if you need to, or you can find it on Teams. It's a really important page because it's going to give us information about why a tiger has those body parts. And for my facts, I would like to see 4 facts about tigers' appearance. So I love that this friend has written that tigers are powerful and strong. They are the biggest cats in the world. That's a fantastic point. Now I see that she's also said they have a long tail. They have a long tail. Why do they have a long tail? So they can stay balanced. Well done. And if you don't know why they have a long tail, just look back on this page and look for tail. So there's the tail. A long tail helps a tiger keep its balance when moving quickly. So you can find all those parts. Oh, well, I know a tiger has sharp teeth. Why do they have sharp teeth? To help them kill prey quickly. So I'm going to add that as well. So that's 1 point, 2 points. So now I'm going to say they have sharp teeth. They have sharp teeth so they can kill prey quickly. I said I needed 4 points, so I have to choose something else. Well, I love that this friend has said they have a coat so they can camouflage. So they have a striped coat so they can camouflage. Now, this was a question that we had in our reading the other day. Why do they want to camouflage? Camouflage from predators, from animals that are going to hunt them, or do they want to camouflage from prey, the animals that they're trying to hunt? So pause the video and have a think about that. Why do they have camouflage? Are they hiding from predators? Are they afraid? Or are they hiding from prey that they're going to try and eat? That's right, they're hiding from prey. So they're hiding from their prey. And prey is another important word as well for this. So now we have 4 different points all about tigers' appearance. And this is going to be really helpful because when we write our fact files, we won't have to think up all of our ideas. We can have our boxing up page right in front of us. And it's a bit like our guide. It's going to show us exactly what we need to write for those sentences. So 3 or 4 points about tigers. And what's really, really great about the example we did together is that you haven't just told me they have a long tail and sharp teeth and a striped coat. You've also told me why. So if I look, I can see why. I've used the word so a lot. So you can use the word so to help you explain. What's another conjunction that helps us to explain? Usually we use it if we're asking the question why. Starts with a b, because. That's right. So you can also use the conjunction because. Because would be a great conjunction to use along with so. They help us to give reasons. So I'm going to put them right up there so you remember to use them. So you can have a little pause. What I don't want to see is you copying this exactly. I'd like you to say your own sentence out loud and write it down. So pause the video so you can write your sentences. They don't have to be perfect. Remember, it's a list. They just have to have all your ideas. All right, now we're going to move on to heading 2 of our boxing app. So we said, what does a tiger look like? Its appearance. Where does a tiger live? What's that special word again? Starts with an H, habitat. So where does a tiger live is its habitat. Let's write down our second heading. And again, you can draw a really nice little picture of where a tiger lives. They don't have to be as detailed as your beautiful pictures on Monday, just a quick sketch so that you remember what you need to write about where a tiger lives. Pause the video and come on back and we'll do our text. Right, welcome back. Okay, so where does a tiger live? Well, we know that tigers live in forests and they like water. What else do we know about where they live? Oh, well, this picture is perfect because it says they live in hot places like Indonesia. I love that they gave an example. And cold places like Russia. Fantastic. Now, what do we know? There was a bit more information about animals or the tigers that live in cold places. Let's go back to that page and see if we can find some information. So we've got that they live in the forest. We know that they like water. We said hot places like Indonesia, cold places like Russia, but let's have a look over here again because they gave us a bit more information about what tigers who live in cold places look like. So tigers that live in cold places are bigger and they have thicker fur. Oh, that seems like a good bit of information for our readers. Tigers in cold places have thicker fur and are bigger. Fantastic. So a bit more information. Now you'll notice I haven't written perfect sentences. I don't have capital letters. I don't have full stops because when I'm listing my information, it doesn't have to be a perfect sentence. I'm just looking to get that information on the page. So I want to look at it and check. I want to ask myself, am I missing anything? Maybe I should go back and check the habitat page. A bit like a tick list. Do I have all the information I could put in my fact file? And maybe when you're done writing this bit, you could bring it over to an adult and an adult could check it through with you, just like you would do at school with your teacher. All right, let's move on to our heading 3. So we know what they look like, their appearance. We know where they live, their habitat. Now we're going to look at what they eat, which is their diet. So let's write down our third heading, diet. And again, we have a beautiful picture, so you can pause the video and you can draw your picture of what they like to eat. So really quickly, just 2 to 3 minutes drawing, not very long. Come on back so we can make our list. Great. So now we're going to be writing about their diet. And we know that tigers are meat eaters. And what's that special word we are going to use? Carnivores. Fantastic. Say it with me. 3, 2, 1. Carnivores. So let's write that down. Tigers are carnivores, which means they are meat eaters. It's important for us to write that down because maybe our reader might not know that a tiger is a meat eater, or that carnivore means meat eater. So we want to explain it. Let me make that a bit smaller. There we go. Tigers are carnivores, which means they are meat eaters. They like to eat large hooved animals. What's it called? They like to eat large hooved animals like, and what were those examples of animals? Oh, we've got it perfectly. Oh, deer, buffalo, and wild pigs. Deer, buffalo, and wild pigs. So 3 important things to have. Now, what could be something else we'd say? Because they are carnivores, they are very good. What do you have to be if you think? If you want to be a meat eater and you're an animal, can you just go to the shop and buy your own meat? No, you can't go to the shop, can you? So they'd have to be very good at doing something that starts with an H. Hunting. That's right. So maybe we could say tigers are fantastic hunters. So we've got lots of information that we can write down. So lots of little bits of writing, but we can take it in chunks today. You don't have to do it all at once. And make sure you bring your writing over and you can check it through with an adult. And finally, we're getting to the end of our fact file. So the end of our fact file is where we're talking to our readers. So we've taught them all about amazing tigers. We might want to say something like, I hope you learned a lot about tigers today. They are amazing creatures. So just a little message to your reader about tigers. You can use something like I wrote. If you can think of something else that you want to tell your reader, you're more than welcome to change it as well. So lots of important things to do for our boxing app. Now I'm going to stop sharing this part of my screen. And what I'm going to do is now try and share my Teams with you so that you can see exactly where to go to get what you need, because I know Teams can be kind of tricky. So just give me 1 second so I can get it open. Here we go. Okay, let's hope it works. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now we're on Teams, Year 1 Teams, we're in the general area, and this is an English lesson, so I'm going to click on English at the side. Now, if you look right on English, you can see your assignment. It says English for the 10th of the 2nd, that's today's date. So you click your assignment and you can upload your photo of your work, just like you did on Monday, which you did a fantastic job of, and that will send it right to me and I can send you some feedback on it as well. Now, right at the top, you're going to click Files. We're in week 6. And today is Wednesday. So if you click on Wednesday, you'll see that this page that looks like an empty page is for the lesson slides. So that is the one that we have our lovely, with all of our writing bits on it, the one I just read from. And then down here are our resources. So you can download that, or you can use and print it out, or you can use it to copy it out onto a piece of paper for you to do your writing. So you've got that template right there. And if your child has special education needs, you'll be aware of this. The teacher will have talked to you about it. And this is just a matching activity for those. We have 1 or 2 children at home who'd be doing something like this. So you could print it out and cut it out and they could match it as a puzzle. But that's just for 1 or 2 children. If you're not aware that, if you haven't been told that your child has those special education needs, then you don't need to be using that. And I will, as soon as I upload this video, I will upload a new PDF that has only the text, so only the writing for you, if that's a bit easier as well. So you know where to find them. You know when you go back to English on the regular English page, not the files, the 10th is where you upload your assignment, and I can't wait to see your boxing up. This is quite a big task for us, so you might want to take it in chunks. You might want to do maybe 20 minutes now and take a little break and have a snack or something and come back and do 20 minutes later. It's usually quite a big task that we do at school. And it's really good to check it through with an older sibling or an adult, because you probably be checking it through a lot with your teacher at school, and that's no problem at all. So happy writing today. I can't wait till we get started on our fact files. They're going to be fantastic. And I will see you tomorrow. Great work today. Bye.